Before a ball is kicked, a row of experts on television all predict the same winner. Most fans treat that agreement as near certainty. In reality, studies show even expert football analysts struggle to beat roughly 60% accuracy, rarely breaking 65%, barely better than flipping a weighted coin. The consensus you're watching isn't 5 independent judgments. It's one shared blind spot repeated 5 times. I'm a behavioral economist. Here's why expert agreement is a far weaker signal than it feels like, and the bias responsible for the gap. You've felt the pull of consensus before a big match. Every pundit picks the same team, so you feel safe putting real confidence, maybe even money, behind that outcome. Then the underdog wins, and the same panel spends the next show explaining, with total conviction, why that result actually made sense all along. Nobody who got it wrong seems to lose credibility. The next week, the same voices make confident predictions again. This is overconfidence bias, compounded by what's sometimes called the illusion of expert consensus. When multiple analysts independently arrive at the same prediction, audiences treat that agreement as strong, almost statistical evidence. But pundits aren't actually working independently. They tend to draw from the same narrow set of inputs: recent form, head-to-head history, and injury news. Shared inputs plus shared cognitive biases produce shared conclusions. Agreement that looks like 5 separate confirmations, but is really one piece of reasoning, repeated. There's also a structural incentive working against accuracy. Bold, confident predictions get attention, while careful, probability-based language doesn't. Saying a team has a 70% chance of winning is the statistically honest version of a forecast. Declaring they will thrash the opponent gets the headline, even though it's a far riskier, less defensible claim. The format of sports media rewards the version of expertise that sounds most certain, not the version that's actually most accurate. This isn't a minor quirk. It's been measured directly against the alternative. Research comparing pundits to ordinary fans found that while former professional players do show genuinely superior forecasting ability compared to lay people, a pooled crowd forecast often matches or beats individual experts on precision, meaning the wisdom is in the aggregation of many independent guesses, not in any one confident voice. Separate research comparing tipsters, prediction markets, and betting odds found that tipster predictions can beat random guessing, but consistently underperform simply picking the home team to win every single time. A baseline so basic it requires no expertise at all. And accountability is almost non-existent. Pre-season predictions and bold seasonal forecasts often look badly wrong by spring, yet few pundits are ever held to account for it. Their inaccuracies are quietly shelved while the next round of confident predictions begins. The business model of sports media rewards confident prediction, not accurate prediction, and most audiences have no easy way to tell the two apart in the moment. The identical mechanism plays out in financial markets, where a room full of analysts converging on the same stock forecast feels like overwhelming evidence. Even when they're all reading the same earnings report and the same recent price chart, making their agreement far less independent than it appears. Wherever many experts share the same limited information, consensus is a measure of shared inputs, not validated truth. The fix: when you notice several experts agreeing, ask whether they're actually reasoning independently or simply reading from the same small set of facts. Agreement that comes from shared inputs deserves far less confidence than agreement that comes from genuinely independent analysis, and most expert consensus in sport and well beyond it is the first kind. I'm a behavioral economist, and this channel exists to show you the mechanism every week. If you'd rather see it than fall for it, subscribe.